Another gunshot.
Another gunshot.
So many gunshots.
There's so many gunshots. Lots of shooting involved in these stories, isn't there, Shawn?
Well, this story is all about shooting.
It's all about shooting.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. For you Americans that are watching, this one's for you.
And there's an American in it.
There
is. New Orleans.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Millions and millions of Americans who are watching this show.
That's it.
All right. So
They could be.
They could be. They could.
That's it. Exactly.
Yeah. Who are we? This is the Tell Me a Story podcast. We are part of Character Matters Miramachi. I am sketchy old Tom Daly, alongside my best friend in the entire world, the doctor of history, Shawn McCarthy. Shawn, how are you?
Oh, very well. And yourself?
I'm there.
Even better after that Peter Mitchell episode.
Even better after Peter Mitchell. At least I'm not Peter Mitchell. You can always say that. Yeah.
Oh. Well, I am Peter Mitchell, so
You
I
are
can't say
Peter
that.
Mitchell. That's true. Yeah. That's it. Well, he lived quite a life.
Exactly. That's it. That's
He
it.
did.
Yes, indeed.
We're going to
Once again, folks, can you tell this is the third episode we've shot? And
This
we're
episode
feeling pretty good.
And the rum is going. Let's give a shout out to the rum. Who cares?
Exactly.
We are hammered. That much is gone, but we're going to keep going because it's a long night, folks. All right.
Johnny Cash said, feeling fairly fine.
Feeling fairly fine. And folks, if you want to feel fairly fine, head to Carol's Distillery.
Exactly.
Big fan.
Stuff.
Great stuff.
Yeah.
Matthew Carroll, big fan of your work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, check it out. All sorts of rums made here. This is the rum hole. We are
Indeed.
in the rum
That's
hole,
right.
aren't we?
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
true.
you're-
We'll be talking about that in a couple of weeks' time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you ever want to come to the rum hole of New Brunswick, this is the place to come to. So.
Well, I mean, again, and Carol's, as we mentioned last, award-winning rum. So they've done a lot of great work for sure.
It is. No, we love it. So put down the Captain Morgan for God's sake and go and check out Carol's Distillery here on the Miramachi.
Absolutely.
If you're down in the southern part of the province, our good friends in St. John and Moncton and Fredericton, all that area, drive on up. It's definitely worth the trip.
100%.
All right. So we're going to talk about a shooting at the Waverley Hotel,
That's
which,
right.
if you're watching this in Miramachi, you might be like, there's no Waverley Hotel in Miramachi anymore. But there was.
There was.
Today, you know it better as our City Hall. Oh, yeah. So all sorts of arguments happen at City Hall, right, Adam Lorden? But at one time, it was a hotel.
It was.
And more than arguments happened.
And it was... what was it? It was the best hotel in all of the northern counties.
Ooh, even better than the Miramachi Hotel?
Well, no. Now, the Miramachi Hotel was the best hotel, the most modern hotel in all of New Brunswick outside of St. John.
Always St. John.
That's it. That's it. So, yeah. But the Waverley, when it was open in the 1870s, was advertised as the best hotel in all the northern counties in New Brunswick.
Nice.
So better than the ones, I guess, in Madawaska and Gloucester and all of that.
Gotcha. Yeah, Waverley was a big brand, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
And there's still a couple of them out there. I stayed at one it might still be open in Halifax.
Really?
Actually, it was haunted.
Okay.
Yeah, they didn't want to talk about it because one guy did, and one guy you felt like, oh, I don't ever know anything about that. But it's haunted by Oscar Wilde. You know what I mean?
Really?
Particularly the bathroom was haunted by Oscar Wilde. I want to stay in that room because I wanted to, get really drunk and saw what happened, and you know what I mean. And so something happened in the bathroom because it might have been the food I had, but my ass was killing me. After, I won't say where we ate, but yeah, I remember being in the bathroom for a very long time. Clara like, are you okay? And I said, I think it's Oscar Wilde. He got me. But anyway, yeah, it was Oscar Wilde is haunting the bathroom, they said, at that Waverley Hotel, yeah. Yeah, in a certain room. But he used to visit because he was Oscar Wilde, who I'm a big fan of. Picture of Dorian Gray, one of my favorite books, yeah. And I went to acting school, damn it. I know what I'm talking about. And The Importance of Being Earnest. Did some scenes from that.
Okay.
All right, yeah. So, this is not about the Waverley Hotel. This is certainly not about Halifax. This is about Miramachi, the Waverley Hotel that once stood, and a fellow by the name of John McCain.
Yes.
Kane. Different spelling, isn't it?
That's right.
Like
That's right.
Kane from wrestling, the Big Red Machine.
Exactly. So came from Scotland. His father was a police officer, but he trained as a banker. But I
those
guess,
guys.
Yeah.
They'll get you.
But still kind of had some of that policeman's physique, I guess. Was a big guy, strapping guy.
Ooh, that's the worst combination ever.
yeah,
the banker
that's it.
that can throw down.
Because he managed the bank.
Thank God
here.
they don't work at the CIBC when I'm going looking for another line of credit.
That's true. But was kind of not really enamored with banking. Decided he was going to head out west. and maybe try, his options out there, as of course Western expansion was going on in those years. So he decided to leave, but before he left, he visited some friends at the Waverley Hotel in 1896.
Ooh.
And
something happened.
Exactly.
Like
That's right.
Something happened at the Waverley Hotel. So let's paint a picture. The hotel's back in those days. The lower part would be, I guess, the restaurant and the bar.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, all right. So that's where you're hanging out, having drinks, and then the room. Do we know how big a hotel it was? Probably 3 or 4 stories, do you think?
I think so. I think it's probably comparable to the size, I think, of the modern, City Hall there today, and there's 3 stories in that one.
3 stories in that.
Yeah.
So they're about that size back then, yeah. All right. So, he heads there for some drinks with friends. Like we said, something happened. So, where should we begin with this, should we say?
So there are, of course, so I guess the thing that everybody agrees on is they were making some noise. It was 2:00 in the morning. We'll get into what they were doing.
Please, that's
it here in a minute, but that's it. Now, a patron in the hotel, a Louisiana doctor from New Orleans.
New Orleans doctor, just hanging out in that hotel here in Miramichi.
A Mr. John, I think his name was Bunyan, maybe? Let me take a look here and see.
This doctor's a little bit stressed from pulling beads out of places he shouldn't have been pulling beads.
Well, I don't know if that's
Mardi
true
Gras.
or not, but maybe so. But anyway, that's it. Dr. John, I forget now, his last name starts with a B, but I can't remember. I can't seem to find what it is. Goes and complains that they're making a little bit too much noise. And then a fracas ensues, and Dr. John shoots Norman Mackenzie, one of the men that's enjoying the company of John McCain, and John McCain violently throws Dr. John back into his room. But again, all the details, that's something that everybody agrees on, all of that, but it's the details that are in between that are a little bit more up for debate. So John McCain is his story. You have that in front of you, Tom.
I do. Yeah. All right. I have the proper paperwork right in front of me, so I'm going to read this with my eloquent voice right now. All of you agents that want voice actors that are willing to fire all of your London clients, I guarantee you should hire me instead. Okay, so this is John McCain's, his hand on the Bible. He's
testifying in court.
He's testifying in court. Hand on the Bible. This is exactly what happened, according to John McCain. I was at the hotel on Sunday night. I went there about 10:30. I met Mr. Mackenzie in Mr. Hall's room. We were in Mr. Hall's room about 3 hours, more or less. A knock came to the door. I heard the defendant saying, "I object to the noise. If I were the proprietor, I would clear the whole lot of you out of this." I did not see the defendant. The hall being dark, he was told to go to the proprietor by Mackenzie. The person then used a volley of oaths, calling them sons of bitches, and I will clear you out. I then heard a scuffle at the door. It was between Mackenzie and the person at the door. I rushed to the door. When I went to the door, I saw the defendant swinging a chair over his head with his 2 hands. I said, "Mackenzie, come back. The man is crazy." As I said this, the chair was smashed against the wall. Near my head, I dodged into Hall's room, and when I looked out again, he was again swinging the chair. This time it fell and broke to pieces. When next I looked out, the defendant was standing near his room door. I made a rush for him and cried out, "Do you intend to kill people?" I made a rush for him. I seized him by the throat. He was standing at the door of his own room. A pistol shot then went off in the hotel. Mr. Mackenzie was right behind me. I could not swear. where Mr. Hall was just then. The defendant fired the pistol shot. The ball struck me at the top of the head, and I felt blood streaming down. I then rushed into his room and threw him on the bed, on his back. Mackenzie cried out, "Let me at the coward!" I struggled to get the pistol from him. Mackenzie was at my right side. The pistol went off again, twice or thrice, almost simultaneously. And it was then Mackenzie cried out, "Oh my God, McCain, I'm shot!" I immediately dropped hold of the defendant, took Mackenzie in my arms. I almost carried him to Mr. Hall's room. I went to the door of Mackenzie's room and saw several people standing in the hallway and told them to run for a doctor, for God's sake. I never let go of the defendant from the time he fired the first shot until he fired the other shots. I had no revolver. Neither had Mackenzie. That's the first time reading that, I swear to God.
Yeah, well, that's...
You just printed. I did not see that before now.
That's right,
yeah.
That's right. And that was a passionate...
Wasn't it?
Reading,
no,
absolutely.
I had to give it my all.
That's
That's what you get from me in an audition.
That's it. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Take that, Cardi B.
We know how Dave feels about the about the reading, clearly.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So to summarize, so McCain and his friends having a good time. Somebody comes to complain about the noise they're making. They say, "Listen, don't complain to us. Go to the hotel owner." And he basically gets way bent out of shape super fast and starts swinging a chair.
Nice. I love it. It's like wrestling, isn't it?
It is.
That's perfect
for sure.
for us, yeah.
Like, this escalated quickly, according to John McCain.
You got to pick up a chair. My great uncle picked up a chair. I told you this story before. I think I did. It was at my grandfather's wedding, and my bachelor great uncle, picked up. It was like, "Oh, Willie's getting married. When do you get married, Joe? Get married to you right now, Bob." It's just like, yeah.
You did tell me that story.
You're getting married to this chair, is what I think he said. Yeah,
exactly.
And it was good times. So that didn't happen. There was drunks at our wedding.
There you go.
You had to fight a drunk at our wedding, but there was no chairs involved.
No chairs involved.
No chairs needed.
That's it. Yeah, it was all hand to hand.
There you go. Old school.
Some stairs were involved after I disengaged.
There was. Sometimes you got to shove a guy down the stairs, and that's just what happened.
No, listen, I did not shove anybody down the stairs.
Sometimes
folks.
you got to sink a body early in the morning too.
If that happened, I was not involved.
Rocky Surveyor.
That's it. Exactly. That's it. Yes, indeed. Yes. So he says, this guy's starting to swing a chair. He makes a rush at him, gets him into his room, but this guy gets out a pistol and starts shooting.
Yeah.
He gets grazed across the top of the head.
So he hit him with the pistol, or he shot the pistol, didn't he?
Well, but he kind of winged him. And,
he winged him. That's pretty damn close.
That's it. And then, but this Norman McKenzie, a friend of Mr. McCain's, is shot and goes down.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's that story. Now, on cross-examination, he gets asked, like, okay, well, were you drinking? And they say no. We weren't drinking at all. Well, what about all those bottles in the room? He said, oh, no, we only had a bottle of whiskey and a bottle of Bass's beer.
We'll put up the picture of Bass's beer.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's right. That's it. So.
I love that. It was, we weren't drinking at all. You sure you weren't drinking? When no, I only had 2 quarts of whiskey and 24 beer. What's wrong with you?
Just a big bottle of beer and a bottle of whiskey between 3 guys.
3 guys. Surely, what's wrong with you?
That's exactly. And then apparently they also get out of him that there was like another bottle of whiskey there, but it was like almost done. So that's it. So that one doesn't count.
It doesn't. No.
And then what about all those other bottles that they found in the room? And he said, we weren't drinking out of those other bottles that they found in the room. So
we never seen those bottles before in our life, officer.
Exactly.
They were here when I got here.
Exactly. Wow. Exactly. And so what were you doing, at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning? We were reciting Richard III.
You hear that? They were actors, ladies and gentlemen, who I have no respect for. The scum of the earth, the actors.
Present company excluded.
Oh, God, yes. Creepy Dave knows what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Too. This is an actor party, Dave.
Yeah.
It's an actor party at the Waverley Hotel back in the late 1800s. So some actors got a little too method playing Richard III and a couple of guys hanging out in the hotel room together. Got a little too wild because they were drunk and playing Richard III.
Maybe so. Yeah, I mean, I guess. Yeah, that's it. So he saw this guy from New Orleans, thought he was the Duke of Buckingham, figured got to kill this guy
With that accent, you have to.
That's it.
It's so similar. The Louisiana accent and the you just
exactly
the London accent,
That's
the
it.
Royal accent and the Louisiana accent. Everybody confuses those two.
I can smile and smile and murder while I smile. Right.
That's what they do have in common.
That's it. But yeah, okay. So that's John McCain's story. Mr. Hall is also brought into the witness stand, and he basically says the same thing. And the defense attorney basically says, "Listen, I heard that you were like blackout drunk, at this." And he said, "No, I was fine. I saw the whole thing." But then there's some other witnesses that come forward and kind of present a bit of a different version of events. And I have some of those with me here.
Goody.
Which I will not read nearly as dramatically as you read.
You don't have to.
So I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. So this is another guest in the hotel. This is a guest. This is a merchant from Truro in Nova Scotia. So that's it. So the question is asked to him, did any person come to the door? And he said, there was a rap later on. And they said, at what time? And he replies, I cannot tell. My impression is that about 2 o'clock in the morning, we were all standing. Mackenzie was nearest the door. We were singing God Save the Queen. So this is it. We were about to go home. Mackenzie opened the door. I heard some words about the disturbance. I cannot give you the exact words that were spoken. I think there was something about a disturbance or uproar. I heard someone in the room say, who are you? Someone said, if I was the landlord, I would clean the whole lot of you out of here. And then some unpleasant remarks were made. What were they, was the question. Damn sons of bitches. or something of that sort. And this was outside the door. Then there was a rush made by Mackenzie and McCain, who were nearer the door than I was, and they blocked the doorway. After the confusion outside, along the hall at a distance, there was a scrap that was going on.
Oh, this screams mirror machine.
And some people were in a row. So there's scrap and a row.
Scrap and a row. Holy shit. That's it. It's a scrap and a row.
That's it.
Jumpins.
Jesus, Mary, and Joseph.
They're just driving, aren't they?
That's it, exactly. I cannot tell who they were. McCain and Mackenzie passed into the hall and went to the left, where I saw the struggle going on. And the events occurred very rapidly there, and I was very excited. And I'm assuming he means excited, like, stressed out, rather than like...
Right, just clapping
That's
along.
it, exactly.
The shots were fired.
All right. So, here's another gentleman that was there that night, too, and he testifies. I have a distinct recollection of being in the hall at the entrance of the door into the room opposite when the first shot was fired. Fearing injury to myself, I dodged into the room across the hall from my own. And while I was inside this room, 2 more shots were fired. I recollect then mixing with people who were in the hall and then returning to my own room and standing in the doorway. McCain appeared with his face covered with blood and said, my God, Mac, you are shot. He said, yes. But Mackenzie was worse. But Mackenzie is worse than I am.
The other lad got the worst of her, though.
That's it, exactly. Mackenzie was with him, and he was supporting Mackenzie, who we put into bed. And he made the remark, oh, boys, I am killed, and I am dying. Take me to my own room.
That's Shakespeare's hell, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah, exactly. I'm narrating my own death.
He's narrating his own death on his deathbed, yeah.
That's it.
He's hoping for the statue right at the very end. Typical actor.
That's it. All right. So, and then from a third eyewitness, I went into the hall and saw Mr. McCain with his arms around the defendant's neck, and the gentleman that was shot was striking him in the face. He's with all his might, and the other gentleman was standing there also, and he was striking him. They were 2 of them hitting him. I think the other gentleman was Mr. Hall. I saw them both, and I ran in and got Mr. Mackenzie inside. This other gentleman, Mr. Hall, was so drunk that he could not do much damage. I got Mr. Mackenzie into the room, and Mr. McCain continued to punch this man, the defendant, down the hall. They were fighting between the rooms. And McCain continued to drive the defendant into his room, and then Mr. Mackenzie followed him, and also Mr. Hall. They got into his room, and I went back, and I thought that they might get me into it and beat me. After I went back to my own room, I heard 3 pistol shots. And I heard the pistol, that I had heard before the pistol shots.
I wish his last name wasn't Hall, because I've been picturing Scott Hall the whole time. The whole time. The moment that they said there was a Mr. Hall drunk, he's
exactly
just laying those forearms in, stopping and doing.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, exactly. That's it went to shit the moment I heard that.
So basically, other guests there basically said that maybe there was a complaint, but then they got into a big fight in the hallway, and John McCain, being a big burly guy, just basically choked the life out of this poor Louisiana doctor, while the other 2 guys that he was staying with just started to put the boots to him. So
he choked his doctor.
That's it. So he's got him in a chokehold, while Hall and Mackenzie are just kind of hitting him in the face.
Okay, cheap shots. Yeah.
So that's it. And I guess the jury found this pretty compelling because he was kind of this doctor, I guess this Dr. John, was exonerated of the crime of shooting Mr. Mackenzie because of it was self-defense, I guess, because basically he was being attacked by these other guys. If, of course, I guess so they found the other versions of events a little bit more compelling than John McCain's version. Now, had you been doing it, maybe it would have been better.
That's it.
That's it. John McCain much better in a physical altercation than he was in presenting himself dramatically.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's it. That's probably why. This doctor went to the door, because this guy couldn't act for all get it. He was doing a bad job of Richard III.
Exactly. So there you go, folks.
That's
if you're going to do Richard III, you got to do it good.
Indeed.
Exactly.
Otherwise, people are going to complain, and then you're going to get into a fight, and they're going to shoot you.
You might get shot.
That's it. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So that's a lesson for all you future actors. If you're wondering why you're watching this, you got one shot, just like I had reading that thing. So
there you go. That's right. That's right.
All right. So what a crazy story.
Indeed. Yeah.
Did you know about that one for a while, or
I did not?
No.
I heard about it in 2021 when we did In Their Own Words for Bober's Island.
Oh yeah.
Kudos to Dave. Dave put that one together for us. That's it. Exactly. But I'd never heard tell of it before, and it was an interesting story for sure.
It really is. Yeah. No, I love it because people in a certain survey. It was neck and neck there for a while. I was like, what do people want? Do they want more of it? And eventually it was more Tom drunk stories, so those are coming. But but also true crime. People were saying about this, you know what I mean? And that's sort of what we're going.
Well, this is a drinking story and true crime.
It's a drinking story and it's true crime, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. Nobody died, but they could. You know what I mean?
That's it.
They could anytime.
That's right. Yeah. That's right.
What was we going to say? The guy, they said American Nevada desert. We had something to go on that. Did you touch on that or?
So, so John McCain eventually strikes it rich in gold in Nevada. So, I mean, he does really well for himself.
Yep.
But never forgets about the community, comes back, spends a lot of his money here, marries into the Sinclair family.
That's that name always pops up, doesn't it?
Buys the Sinclair Mill. Again, does very well for himself and is kind of famous for, when people come to him and say, listen, we've got a cause for whatever, we need some help.
Well, he's related to Florence McCain then, too. Is he from Beau Bears?
Yeah, it's Florence's husband.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Why are we talking about her? We should be talking about this guy.
Well, I mean, it's, I guess, a little bit of both, right? So she went down with him, owned a silver mine as well, so she was also very successful in her own right. That's it.
Yeah. All right.
Aunt Floss, they called her.
Aunt Floss?
Yeah.
Flossy.
So, I guess so, yeah.
Sounds sexy.
Yeah. Well, apparently Florence, I guess, was Flossie sometimes was a diminutive for Florence in those times. Yeah.
Interesting.
But the Wild Irish John McCain, even though he was from Scotland.
He was just drunk enough to be Irish that night.
I guess so. Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
The Wild Irishman.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. John McCain. Yeah. So thanks, Shawn, for finding that. It's a cool story for sure.
Indeed.
All right. So where should we go from here? Do we have anything else with the McCain family? Or that's
I think that's
not
pretty
related to the
much-
French fry crowd.
That's true. That's
we
true.
must say.
K-N-E. So, yeah.
It'd be fun if they were.
Because
it would be, yeah.
For sure,
But no.
for sure. But no, that's kind of his last, I guess, foray onto the criminal stage in Miramichi. After this, it's all philanthropy. So that's it. He's Lord Beaverbrook with less money, but more criminal, but more criminal cred.
There you go. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Depending what side of the Beaverbrook debate you fall on, too.
Right.
Beaverbrook never went to trial. We should say.
Well, I suppose that's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
Exactly.
Right. And I feel like Lord Beaverbrook was not doing a whole lot of his own dirty work. I guess he wasn't physically accosting people and wrestling with them in the hallways of whatever.
No.
That's it.
Yeah. He's more white collar.
Yes, indeed. Exactly. That's it. Those small hands were otherwise employed.
They were. The small hands were employed, especially on a certain Austrian ballerina. And folks, if you would like to hear more about that, I know it in detail. So what can a rich man do with small hands when he's dealing with a ballerina? I know all about it. And I will tell you. So,
Yes.
folks, if you want to hear more about that, let's put a poll up and see, or whatever.
Sure.
Reach out in the comments. Who cares?
That's it.
Yeah. So, I guess that's about it for John McCain, isn't it?
I think so. I think that kind of sort of wraps up this story. It was, again, an interesting episode and a bit of a violent episode.
Yeah, because it's those crazy stories. That's what the whole point of this podcast is, finding stuff that you may have never, ever heard about and stuff that you can just, like, whoa, that's fun. And how times have changed, but they really haven't. That could happen,
That's a good point. Another thing, another witness does say that when they found out this guy was an American, they figured they'd kind of fix him. So, kind of in the febrile attitude of our world today. Canada-U.S. relations, not great.
Yeah. Louisiana. This Louisiana doctor who saved lives, who came up here with his modern science, we'll fix him.
I don't know if he saved lives, Tom, but maybe, who knows? He did shoot a guy.
He did shoot a guy. Yeah.
He endangered at least one life.
He did. He endangered the lives of actors, which are so important.
There you go. That's it.
And
yes, indeed.
Right. Yeah, but no, you're dead on. The friction between Canada and the States, it never stops. People getting drunk and being stupid never stops.
This is true. This is true.
And
as we polish off this bottle of Cormorant,
this great bottle of black rum. Indeed. Shout out again to Carol's Distillery.
Indeed. That's right.
And so it's fun. I love going down these rabbit holes with you. And it's a lot of fun, Shawn. So thank you very much for
more to come.
The story. More to come.
Indeed.
More to come. And speaking of things that are more to come, hope you like it. Creepy Dave, he's back. He's back not only behind the camera, he's back in front of the camera. At least his hands are, because he is creating coffee doodles day after day after day after day. This interesting works of art. Yeah, you never know what you'll find. And check him out on YouTube, Coffee Doodles by David Jardine. You can also find him on Instagram or kids. He's also on TikTok.
Indeed. Link in the description below.
That's right.
If you're liking this material, folks, be sure to like the video.
Let
subscribe to the channel.
Yes,
for the love of God.
You gotta subscribe. If you don't subscribe, we'll send John McCain's ghost after you.
There you go. Whatever it takes. That's it.
John McCain sounds exactly as a ghost the way I read that. So,
there you go.
Bad things will happen. Yeah.
Well, something's going to happen anyway. And of course, if you're enjoying this, not only subscribe, but also share it with your friends. Make sure that our community can grow. We've got a very devoted community. We've got a lot of great feedback from people, but of course, we'd like to have more people
learn
bigger from this, and kind of enter into this little storytelling community that we've developed. We'd like it to grow, and so we need your help in order to do that.
Yes.
And if you happen to be in the Miramichi area, be sure to check out Character Matters Miramichi because we've got a very, very busy schedule all through the summer, the fall, and maybe even into the winter by the time.
Oh yeah, hopefully
by the time you're watching this, you never know. We may have more things planned. So be sure and come and see us. And a of course, if you're not going to be around, be sure to tune in next week because we'll be back next Wednesday with a new episode, a new story. So, exactly.
Another shot.
Yeah, exactly. The aliens are back.
They're back.
That's it.
The ghost of John McCain walked into this room right now.
That's it.
And the Louisiana doctor. And the
Yes.
things he asked me to do for a set of beads, I won't tell you.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, indeed. It reminds me of our good friend Josh Holland. Head on down to the Sweetwaters.
Rest in peace, John Hell.
Exactly.
He warned us with the beads.
Exactly, he
Day
did.
one, yeah.
But if you're not going to be able to, if you're watching us from far away and you're not going to be in Miramichi this summer, be sure to come back next week because we will be back with another story and more episodes, more laughs, probably a few more drinks.
Oh, yeah.
So we look forward to seeing you then.
Cheers, folks. Have a great time. Bye.